hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 11 o'clock.
I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley. This update brought to you by Progressive. In Schaumburg, the Village Zoning Board has recommended approval for the development of the 33-acre Loberb Farm property along Meacham Road. The plan includes 43 single-family homes, 37 row houses, and 42 townhouses. Neighbors voiced concerns about drainage, traffic, and potential impacts, but the board added conditions including a construction liaison and limited work hours from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. and no Sundays. The Bears are preparing for what could be one of the coldest games in Soldier Field history this Sunday. Forecasts predict temperatures in the single digits with wind chills dropping 10 to 15 below zero. The team has instituted cold weather protocols, including warming centers in multiple sections of the stadium. Fans can also wear battery-operated heated clothing subject to security screening and arrive early. Hot beverages will be available stadium-wide. A driver was rescued after crashing into an icy creek Thursday morning in Elgin. The incident happened around 9:09 a.m. in the 9600 block of Kendall Road. Video showed the vehicle upside down and partially submerged in the water. Firefighters from Pingree Grove and Countryside Fire Protection District were on scene and rescued the driver within 10 minutes. The driver was transported to a local hospital with minor injuries and signs of hypothermia. Authorities say ice on the driveway may have contributed to the crash, and the Kane County Sheriff's Office is investigating. The Glen Ellen Village Plan Commission has approved zoning variations for the retail plaza at 1184 Roosevelt Road. The renovations include a major facade upgrade and 2 new restaurant spaces, including Fry the Coop on the east end. The western space is designated for a restaurant but remains flexible. Commissioners raised concerns about lighting and traffic, noting potential parking and loading issues. Approved changes also reduce required parking spaces from 83 to 73, adjust parking space length, and add 22 new trees, along with other surface and setback modifications. I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley.
Are you like everybody else in the world who has no idea what to get everyone for the holidays? Well, you're in luck. We got you. Hands-free Skechers slip-ins. Because with hands-free Skechers slip-ins, you just step into them and they're on. There's no bending down, no touching, no fuss. Plus, Skechers slip-ins come in everyone's favorite styles and colors. And you can get slip-ins everywhere stylish footwear is sold, including a Skechers store. Or if you're too busy to shop in person, just get them online at Skechers.com, Amazon, and more.
Progressive knows there are some surprisingly expensive things in life, like rugs. People say a rug would really bring the room together. And sure, you don't know what that means, but it sounds important. Suddenly you're using words like jute and sisal. Then you see the price and lose it, because how can the thing you walk and spill on cost so much? So you devote your life to taking down Big Rug. But then you remember that switching your home and auto to Progressive could save you hundreds. So, looks like Big Rug is safe. For now. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley. This update brought to you by Hot Hands. The Glen Ellen Village Plan Commission has approved zoning variations for the retail plaza at 1184 Roosevelt Road. The renovations include a major facade upgrade and 2 new restaurant spaces, including Fry the Coop on the east end. The western space is designated for a restaurant but remains flexible. Commissioners raised concerns about lighting and traffic, noting potential parking and loading issues. Approved changes also reduce required parking spaces from 83 to 73, adjust parking space length, and add 22 new trees, along with other surface and setback modifications. In Schaumburg, the Village Zoning Board has recommended approval for the development of the 33-acre Loberb Farm property along Meacham Road. The plan includes 43 single-family homes, 37 row houses, and 42 townhouses. Neighbors voiced concerns about drainage, traffic, and potential impacts, but the board added conditions including a construction liaison and limited work hours from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. and no Sundays. The Bears.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Rain-X, America's #1 wiper blade. Today, mostly cloudy with a high near 23, temperatures falling to around 20 in the afternoon. It feels like 7 with gusty winds up to 30 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low around 14. Tomorrow, partly sunny with a high near 34. Currently, it is 14 degrees and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, Call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-885-3333. That's 800-885-3333.
Hi, this is Sue with Newman's Corner Pub in Hampshire, Illinois. Are you looking for the perfect hangout spot? Swing by Newman's Corner Pub right at the corner of 72 and State Street in Hampshire. Enjoy fantastic drinks, live music, and a fun crowd that makes every visit special. Test your luck with our hot slots and our Queen of Hearts drawing every Saturday at 3 p.m. Challenge your friends to darts or pool while you're here. Newman's Corner Pub, where every day feels like a weekend. Visit us at Route 72 and State Street in Hampshire. That's Newman's Corner Pub, your new favorite spot.
Hey Bears fans, want your business heard during every heart-pounding moment of the game? WRMN 1410 is now offering in-game ad spots for Chicago Bears broadcast. Be a part of the action as thousands of die-hard listeners tune in each week. Whether it's a touchdown, turnover, or a timeout, your message will be right there in the mix. Spots are limited and going fast. Call WRMN 1410 today at 847-741-7700 and score big with in-game advertising that delivers results. Get in the game with the Chicago Bears on WRMN AM 1410. Folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN, the voice of the valley and the talk of the town, your trusted local radio station for news, talk, and entertainment. I'm your host, Matt McNeil, taking you into this 11 and 12 o'clock hour. We've got some good news to talk about, interesting things happening in the areas here, why you should shop local during this holiday season, and a cool conversation story or two. We've also got, of course, our Tradio segment at 12:30 if you're interested in buying, selling, trading, and or announcing to the Fox River Valley area. That'll be the time to call into the station number here at 847-931-1410 or text us today at 505-926-1410, taking you into this holiday season. It is December 15th. Happy Monday, start of the week. We hope you all had a fantastic weekend. Whether it was a busy, scheduled weekend or maybe just a nice, relaxing one, we hope you enjoyed it. Back, of course, to the grind here in the work weeks. We are starting off here on Monday with a beautiful sunny day outside. It has started to clear up, and it shall continue to do so. We see a high of 22 degrees for today on this lovely Monday morning. Hello, everybody, of course. Currently, right now, it's 18 degrees, feels like -1. So don't let those numbers fool you, folks. It might say high of 22, but it's going to feel close to 2 degrees instead. Partly cloudy this morning, it does say cloudy during the afternoon. We're seeing a little bit of clouds right now, but it has been clearing up. However, tonight's going to be mainly clear, but bone-chillingly cold, as predicted, with a low of 12 degrees in that forecast. For Tuesday the 16th, temperatures are supposed to rise up to 37 as our high. Intervals of clouds and sunshine, though. Still pretty cold, though, but we see a low of 31 degrees coming up. That's for Tuesday night tomorrow. And it is predicted to be overcast. Low of 31, wind speeds roughly 10 to 20 miles per hour. So it could be a little bit breezy. And usually with the wind chills there, it feels colder. For Wednesday, hump day, middle of the week, this week, we see a high of 38. Partly cloudy skies are going to be accumulating in that forecast. Eventually, some rain. Cloudier skies start to kind of wander over us, and then showers later at night with a low of 32 degrees. Remember, because it is supposed to be colder. I mean, it says it's 32, but it's going to feel colder. That means it most likely will probably be colder. So it might be more freezing rain. For Thursday, however, it does say a high of 45 degrees. That's not too bad. Lightweight jacket, maybe. Medium weight jacket. Steady rain in the morning, showers continuing into the afternoon, a morning high of 45 degrees Fahrenheit with temperatures falling near 35. Chance of rain is at 80%, dropping down to 13 with mostly cloudy skies for Thursday. Heading on into Friday here, that is Friday the 19th, we get closer into the weekend. Intervals of clouds and sunshine are predicted with a high of 21 and a low of 19. Mostly cloudy skies are in that forecast for that new moon that'll also be in the sky. For Saturday, a little bit slightly warmer, ever so slightly. I say that, but it is going to be a high of 41 degrees, mostly cloudy. We see a low of 20 degrees with about a 10% chance of some snow showers there. Not really showers, more so of flurries. Heading on into Sunday is predicted to be a high of 30, partly cloudy skies in the forecast, partly cloudy also during the evening, followed by cloudier skies overnight with a low of 23. Little flurries are predicted to be at about 25%. And then heading on into next Monday, a week from today, be prepared. We're going to start to see more of the freezing drizzles early in the days. Of course, that also does apply for the day after Christmas and also the following week then too. A couple days there was some freezing rain. So you can check out this and more information posted on the Weather Channel, weather.com, or also go on your phone, tablet, or iPad or computer, and you can find the weather there too. Let's go through our inspirational stories of the day. There is one that was posted today, but there was another one that was posted over the weekend, and it's a cute one, so I did want to share it with you folks out there, of course. This is by an anonymous user titled, quote, "Every Christmas, my neighbor puts together a small snack box for the delivery drivers." Let's read a little bit about it. Every Christmas, my neighbor puts a little snack box outside for his delivery drivers. It's nothing big, just some sweets and soft drinks. Still, you can see how much it means to people when they grab something during their long, cold routes. It's one of those tiny traditions that quietly reminds you that kindness is still very much alive, even in the middle of a winter rush. Now, if you're watching on YouTube, I've got a nice picture here provided by the user, the poster out there, and it looks like it's in German. Danke. Yeah, it looks like it's that's in German. Very cool. Interesting. So you never, I mean, the sunnyskies.com can be from anywhere, really. The next story here comes from today. An anonymous user accidentally became a therapist for my neighbor's tomato plants. I unintentionally became my neighbor's emotional support human this afternoon. I was grabbing a courier when my older neighbor waved me over and asked if I, quote, had a minute for something important. That minute turned into me sitting on her front steps while she showed me her phone gallery. Every single photo was of the same tomato plant. She scrolled proudly and said things like, "This was before he really found himself," and "Oh, this was a hard week too. Not much sun, or too much sun." The plant's name is Galu. Apparently, Galu is dramatic. Galu? G-O-L-U is how it's spelled. She asked me if I thought Galu looked a little tired lately. I said, maybe a little. She nodded very seriously and said, "I knew it." After about 10 minutes, she thanked me for listening and sent me home with 3 tomatoes from Galu himself. I have never been more emotionally invested in a plant I met 5 minutes ago. Anyway, shout out to the neighbors who just need someone to validate their gardening concerns. 10 out of 10 would check on Galu again. Nice little story there. And I don't know if these are the actual pictures of the tomatoes, but they look pretty good, if I do say so myself. And I don't eat much tomatoes. So that's telling you something. Let's see here. I know we didn't have our WRMN 10 o'clock news, so let me go through a news segment recently posted yesterday by Fox Valley Magazine. An Elgin High School graduate is supporting America's nuclear deterrence mission in the Navy. Let's touch base on this article. This is an article written by Alvin Plexico, Navy officer of community outreach. Every sailor's story of naval service is unique. For Petty Officer Second Class Andrew Hart, this story began in Elgin, Illinois, where skills and values learned there would be foundational to success in the Navy. Hart said, quote, "I was a wrestler in high school, and that taught me the importance of dedication and determination in completing what I started. Those lessons have served me well in the Navy." Hart graduated from Elgin High School in 2015. He joined the Navy 10 years later. He wrote, quote, or said, quote, "I joined because I have family history of military service. My grandfather served in the Air Force, one uncle served in the Marines, and I had another uncle who served in the Army. Today, Hart serves as a Naval Air Crewman, mechanical, assigned to Fleet Air Squadron 3, VQ3 in Oklahoma City. Hart supports the nation's nuclear deterrence mission at Strategic Communications Wing 1. That is Stratcommon Wing 1. Its Take Charge and Move Out mission provides airborne communication links to nuclear missile units of U.S. Strategic Command. The Takamo mission originated in 1961 when a Marine Corps aircraft was used to test the feasibility of an airborne very low frequency communication system. Once the test was successful, funding for the program was granted, and it was continued to grow ever since. The U.S. Navy's presence on an Air Force base in a landlocked state may seem strange, but the position is strategic, allowing squadrons to quickly deploy around the world in support of the Takamo mission. The U.S. Navy is celebrating its 250th birthday this year. According to Navy officials, quote, "America is a maritime nation, and for 250 years, America's war-fighting Navy has sailed the globe in defense for freedom." With 90% of global commerce traveling by sea and access to the internet relying on the security of undersea fiber optic cables, Navy officials continue to emphasize that the prosperity of the United States is directly linked to recruiting and retaining talented people from across the rich fabric of America. If you would like to read more on this article, please feel free to find it for yourself as well on foxvalleymagazine.com. A nice story there to talk about and to mention as well. The time is 17 past the hour here. We're going to take a quick time out. We'll be back with more here on Out to Lunch, WRMN. Of course, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Political party poopers got you down? Shake it off and join me, Dennis Sonar Green, every weekday from 4 to 6 p.m. on WRMN for A Political Talk Show, where we cut through the doom and gloom with a focus on America first, constitutional values, and a populist perspective that puts you, the citizen, at the center of the conversation. At WRMN, the talk of the town, we're not afraid to challenge the status quo and bring you the straight talk you need. Whether you're frustrated with the political establishment or looking for a clear, some nonsense analysis, this show has you covered. Tune in. Let's take on the issues together with a fresh, unfiltered approach. Catch us every weekday from 4 to 6 p.m. on WRMN, A Political Talk Show. WRMN, the talk of the town.
If a Lenovo computer for your business is on your holiday list, don't shop around. Just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com. It's your last chance to get exclusive deals on the PCs you want for your business, like the ThinkPad X9 14 Aura Edition and Yoga 7i 2-in-1. So avoid all that shopping chaos and price comparing, and just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com, where PCs are up to 35% off. That's Lenovo.com.
Lenovo. A recent Gallup poll indicated that 38% of Americans are putting off health care because of financial concerns, the highest ever recorded. I'm Dr. Bob Martin, here to serve you every Sunday afternoon from 1 to 4. Millions of Americans are seeking health advice that will not cost an arm and a leg, so I offer health tips and advice absolutely free. Listen to my show, Sunday afternoons from 1 to 4 right here on WRMN, AM 1410 and 96.7 FM, the voice of the Valley.
Real talent is defined by what people can do, not where they learn to do it. So So by stopping at the education section of a resume, you might throw away the perfect hire. You might miss someone who has valuable skills to offer to help your business thrive right now and in the future. Because the truth is this: Skills First Hiring helps you see talent others miss, like more than 70 million stars, skilled through alternative routes. When you let their story unfold, you gain a competitive advantage, because hiring managers who start with skills are 60% more likely to find a successful hire. See the real person, complete. See what others miss. Hire skills first. Learn why it's a competitive advantage at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
And welcome, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN, the voice of the Valley and the talk of the town. We're broadcasting live here from Studio 14, serving you, the Fox River Valley area. Thank you, everyone, of course, for tuning in today. We greatly appreciate it here. We've been going through, of course, the weather for you, what's happening locally in Chicagoland area, the Fox River Valley area as well. We also did go through our Sunny Skies inspirational stories of the day today. We also do have an interesting conversation story of the day. Then we'll also talk a little bit about why small businesses deserve your support this holiday season and why it's important to shop local during the holiday season as well. Stay tuned for more here on WRMN AM 1410. Let's go through our word of the day today, recognized today on December 15th, 2025. It's dreidel. You know the word dreidel. It's a noun. It's pronounced dreidel. It's spelled D-R-E-I-D-E-L. Now, a dreidel is a four-sided toy marked with Hebrew letters and spun like a top in a game of chance. The game played by children, especially at Hanukkah, is also called dreidel. That's just what the game is called, dreidel. I remember first time seeing a dreidel and playing with one when I was in preschool. I still have a very vivid memory of in preschool, the teachers provided us with some dreidels to play with, and we learned a little bit of a song, and I remember playing with that too. So that was fun, spinning it, and yeah, so that's my earliest memory there. So of course, that is the word of the day today, recognized. It is dreidel. Now, of course, you could probably even look at the history of dreidels as well, too, where it started and things like that. So I could give a little bit of a brief overview on that. The dreidels history is a blend of ancient gambling games, European culture, and Jewish tradition, evolving from Greek and Roman four-sided spinning tops, or also known as teetotums, using for betting, adopted by German Jews in the 18th century who adapted the letters to Hebrew for Hanukkah, creating symbols for hiding Torah study from the Greek Syrian rulers pretending to play a game, turning a secular toy into a powerful ensemble of Jewish resilience and the Hanukkah miracle. And that's all sourced from aish.com, Library of Congress, and also the NPR. So there you go. Let's take a look here and see what we have for the national days. Well, if you do enjoy a nice cupcake, if you have a sweet tooth today, you can enjoy this delicious pastry, or more so to say baked good. It's not so much a pastry, it's rather than a baked good. But it is National Cupcake Day today, originally known as the 1, 2, 3, 4 cake, because the recipe called for 1 cup of butter, 2 cups of sugar, 3 cups of flour, and 4 eggs. Also 1 cup of milk and a spoonful of baking soda. Now, even the word cupcake does sound like a miniature celebration, a cupcake, right? It's a nice little, rolls off the tongue. It's sweet, savory, delicious, right? They've been known by other phrases as well, too. Makes us put our hands together in glee. For example, fairy cakes, patty cakes, and cupcakes, where it's 2 words instead of 1. Now, someone must have wanted to surprise a loved one with a little sweet single-serving treat when they invented the cupcake. One of the first recipes for a cupcake can be found back in 1796. A recipe notation for a cake to be baked into those small little cups was written in the American Cookery by Amelia Simmons. Don't you wonder if she made them for her children or grandchildren? Well, of course, today cupcakes are an art form. Bakers all around the world create elaborate decorations and displays utilizing a variety of ingredients. Maybe you yourself also have a particular ingredient that you like to make or a way of making it. Whether they're the centerpiece of a wedding, birthday, or anniversary, cupcakes satisfy everyone's sweet tooth. They're colorful, fun, and single-serve delights, offering a pleasing option when planning any celebration, too. Lots of good places that are local to the Fox River Valley area that serve cupcakes. And you can even just look it up in the Fox River Valley. Oh my goodness, I'm trying to I used to be able to type and talk, and now I can't. I don't know why. But there's a lot of different places. So, of course, you can go to Small Cakes in St. Charles. There's the Little Things Cake Company in Dundee. There's also, I know, Sugar and Rhyme just around the corner also does serve cupcakes there too. You can also find some other places, Herb's Bakery in the area, all those good baked goods. Of course, you can go to the local Julasco store or Fresh Mart to get those too. But there's lots of good ones. Sunshine's Cupcakery in Elgin is another one. There's also in North Aurora, Harner's Bakery. There's also Happy Belly's Bake Shop in the Fox River Valley. So lots of good places that do offer them. In Naperville, they have a place called Area 51 Cupcakery. So there's a lot of good places not too far away. So that is the day recognized today. It is National Cupcake Day. Now, to be a kind of completely switched categories here, it's also the Bill of Rights Day today, recognized. Bill of Rights Day by presidential proclamation. Now, therefore, I, Franklin D. Roosevelt, President of the United States of America, do hereby designate December 15th, 1941 as Bill of Rights Day, he said. And I call upon the officials of the government and upon the people of the United States to observe the day by displaying the flag of the United States on public buildings and by meeting together for such prayers and such ceremonies as may seem to them appropriate, end quote. Now, the first 10 amendments of the United States Constitution make up the Bill of Rights, passed by Congress on September 25th, 1789. These rights place limits on government power. I'm sure you might even be able to hear more about this tonight on a political talk show, possibly. Did you know the bill was introduced by James Madison? He later became the 4th president of the United States. Congress passed 12 of Madison's proposed amendments. The states only ratified 10 of them. One of the 2 rejected by the states concerned the number of constituents for each representative. The other limited when and how members of Congress are compensated. Neither was ratified at the time. Also, the latter of the 2 rejected amendments was ratified 203 years later. The 27th Amendment restricted compensation for members of Congress. Also, the Bill of Rights is displayed in the rotunda of the National Archives building in Washington, D.C., and finally, there were 14 copies made, one of each of the 13 states to sign and one for the Federal Archives. Only 12 copies survive today. So there's also, of course, the whole long story of the Bill of Rights. You can find it as well, too, on many different online sources. Another day recognized today is National Wear Your Pearls Day, reminding us that when life throws dirt our way, we shall have value in the end. The beautiful result of nature's design, one irritating grain of sand can cause an iridescent pearl to form. So yes, the pearls. Where are those pearls today, folks? Or maybe scrounge up some pearls if you go fishing. I mean, it's probably going to be too cold. It's probably going to be way too cold to go fishing today. Unless you go ice fishing. I don't know, maybe you'll find pearls. I'm not sure. Or maybe if you've got some family pearls too, you can also celebrate that too. It's also Cat Herders Day today for all the cat lovers, recognizing those whose life or job is like herding cats. Yes, yes, yes. Lots of other good days to recognize, and we'll continue on talking more about that here in just a bit. We also do have our conversation story of the day today. Songbirds that swap colorful plumage genes across species lines are among their evolutionary neighbors. We'll talk a little bit about that. We'll also talk about why it's important to shop local during the holidays and to give you some local business ideas on where to go shopping. Stay tuned for more here on Out to Lunch, WRMN AM 1410, and we'll be back with more in just a bit.
I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley. This update brought to you by Progressive. In Schaumburg, the Village Zoning Board has recommended approval for the development of the 33-acre Lober Farm property along Meacham Road. The plan includes 43 single-family homes, 37 row houses, and 42 townhouses. Neighbors voiced concerns about drainage, traffic, and potential impacts, but the board added conditions including a construction liaison and limited work hours from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. and no Sundays. The Bears are preparing for what could be one of the coldest games in Soldier Field history this Sunday. Forecasts predict temperatures in the single digits with wind chills dropping 10 to 15 below zero. The team has instituted cold weather protocols, including warming centers in multiple sections of the stadium. Fans can also wear battery-operated heated clothing subject to security screening and arrive early. Hot beverages will be available stadium-wide. A driver was rescued after crashing into an icy creek Thursday morning in Elgin. The incident happened around 9:09 a.m. in the 9600 block of Kendall Road. Video showed the vehicle upside down and partially submerged in the water. Firefighters from Pingree Grove and Countryside Fire Protection District were on scene and rescued the driver within 10 minutes. The driver was transported to a local hospital with minor injuries and signs of hypothermia. Authorities say ice on the driveway may have contributed to the crash, and the Kane County Sheriff's Office is investigating. The Glen Ellen Village Plan Commission has approved zoning variations for the retail plaza at 1184 Roosevelt Road. The renovations include a major facade upgrade and 2 new restaurant spaces, including Fry the Coop on the east end. The western space is designated for a restaurant but remains flexible. Commissioners raised concerns about lighting and traffic, noting potential parking and loading issues. Approved changes also reduce required parking spaces from 83 to 73, adjust parking space length, and add 22 new trees, along with other surface and setback modifications. I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley.
Are you like everybody else in the world who has no idea what to get everyone for the holidays? Well, you're in luck. We got you. Hands-free Skechers slip-ins. Because with hands-free Skechers slip-ins, you just step into them and they're on. There's no bending down, no touching, no fuss. Plus, Skechers slip-ins come in everyone's favorite styles and colors. And you can get slip-ins everywhere stylish footwear is sold, including a Skechers store. Or if you're too busy to shop in person, just get them online at Skechers.com, Amazon, and more.
Progressive knows there are some surprisingly expensive things in life, like rugs. People say a rug would really bring the room together. And sure, you don't know what that means, but it sounds important. Suddenly you're using words like jute and sisal. Then you see the price and lose it, because how can the thing you walk and spill on cost so much? So you devote your life to taking down Big Rug. But then you remember that switching your home and auto to Progressive could save you hundreds. So, looks like Big Rug is safe. For now. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Elgin isn't just a city. It's a community built on connection, innovation, and opportunity. And at the heart of it all is the Elgin Chamber of Commerce. For over a century, the Elgin Chamber has helped local businesses grow, connecting entrepreneurs, advocating for progress, and inspiring the leaders of tomorrow. Whether you're a new business just starting out or an established company looking to expand, the Elgin Chamber is your partner for success. Join a powerful network of leaders making a difference in our community every day. Together, we're shaping the future of Elgin, one connection at a time. Elgin Area Chamber of Commerce, where business and community grow together. Call now, 847-741-5660, or go to info@elginchamber.com. Contact Carol Gieske.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Hot Hands, America's favorite hand warmers. Today, mostly cloudy with a high near 23, temperatures falling to around 20 in the afternoon. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low around 14. Tomorrow, partly sunny with a high near 34. Looking ahead to Wednesday, mostly sunny with a high near 37. Currently, it is 16 degrees and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
CVS Health supports people in the moments that matter, from picking up a prescription to connecting care. With nearly 5 million daily interactions and serving 185 million consumers and 1.5 million healthcare professionals, CVS Health holds a trusted place in healthcare. By simplifying care and improving health, we're helping people get the care they need. Learn more at cvshealth.com/Investor Day.
And welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch. This is the lunchtime segment, or it could also be the brunch time segment, too. You know, you can have breakfast during this time. Hey, who's stopping you from having breakfast in breakfast, lunch, or dinner time, right? It doesn't have to necessarily be just before 10 o'clock, right? Of course. I know lots of places do serve breakfast only up until a certain time, but there are places that you can go to that serve breakfast all day. There's a lot of good places out there. We love to talk about them here on Out to Lunch, WRMN AM 1410. Remember, we are also on YouTube, youtube.com/WRMN Radio. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell so that you can always keep yourself up to date and in the loop on what's happening here in the Fox River Valley and what's going on here on WRMN. Now, you can also recently find posted onto our YouTube channel, we've got the morning show with Ariane Ugaldi. She's with Pots and Pies Bakery. That interview has now been posted. You can find it on our YouTube channel. You can also find it under our playlists under the morning show. We did go through the weather. We went through a couple different national days here. It's National Cupcake Day, National Wear Your Pearls Day. It's also Bill of Rights Day, Cat Herders Day. It's also International Tea Day today. Yes. For all the tea drinkers out there, this is an awareness day, recognizing, of course, one of the most popular beverages in the world. The day mainly seeks to raise awareness on the impact of the tea trade has on farmers and workers, but is also celebrated by tea lovers worldwide. Did you know that the origins of tea have been traced back to China? It is mostly used for medicine purposes until the 17th century, when tea made its way to the United Kingdom. Now, the main types include black, green, white, herbal, oolong, and puree as well. Or puree, something like that. I don't know, it sounds fancy. Now, of course, also while this holiday has been observed since 2005, in 2019, the United Nations introduced a new International Tea Day on May 21st. Now, of course, National Today celebrate both. You can get a double tea style that way. Let's see some other national days that are also recognized. National Lemon Cupcake Day kind of ties in with National Cupcake Day today. And then the rest of it is birthdays. YouTuber and celebrity birthdays today. So there you go. A couple different things that are going on. Let's see what else is going on here, too, of course. If you want to follow along, you can find lots of good things coming up here in the local Fox Valley area. Fox Valley Magazine, of course, has their December issue. If you want to take a look at it, of course, you can. You can flip through those pages digitally or find more resources on their Facebook page or also at their location, too. So their business office. Now, let's go through this interesting story here. Now, this one is, I got kind of two conversation stories here. So I have one about the season, 'tis the season. And then there's also another one about songbirds as well. We'll talk a little bit about both of them. The first one here is a big question of the day today from mentalfloss.com. And it's, why do we only say 'tis the season during the holidays? 'Tis the season to say 'tis the season, right? This is an article written back in November of this year by Ellen Gutowski on mentalfloss.com. Now, of course, we know this. We know the season. It's 'tis the season. But why do we only say it during this season? From a cultural standpoint, there are quite a few reasons, or really quite a few seasons beyond the basics of winter, spring, summer, and fall. There's also football, afterwards, open, mating, etc. The phrase "'tis the season," however, only refers to one of them, the holiday season. So why is it always the case? Well, why is it that it's that way now? Well, we're going to go into a little history on it and tell you that that wasn't always the case. Some of the oldest instances of the term "'tis the season" from the 17th and early 18th centuries, when people frequently used "'tis" as a contraction for "it is." Oh, 'tis, right? "'Tis a lovely day. 'Tis a gloomy day." Sometimes I'll say that too. It actually involves warm weather. "'Tis the season of the year that calls to me," Spring Love says in Richard Brome's 1641 play, A Jovial Crew, or The Merry Beggars. And his name very unsubtly suggests he's talking about the spring. 'Tis the season, yes, when songbirds, birdsong and other pastoral cues tempt him into becoming a vagabond until the weather grows too cold for wandering. In Richard Steele's 1705 play, The Tender Husband, or The Accomplished Fools, a character described the spring as follows: "Oh, 'tis the season of the pearly dews, gentle zephyrs." There you go, end quote. Lots of big words there, folks. Poets and songwriters well into the 19th century also continued to deploy "'tis the season" to celebrate springtime and all the renewal, beauty, hope, and romance it signaled, of course, after a long, hard winter. So there's lots of different examples back in the old days, right? But that's not to say 19th century writers weren't mentioning the expression in reference to the holidays. They were doing that too. British Bishop Charles Bloomfield opened a Christmas poem with the line, quote, "'Tis the season for friends and relations to meet," in 1824, and a song dating to at least as far back as the 1850s repeated variations of this stanza. Quote, "We'll sing a merry song tonight and quaff a cup of cheer, for 'tis the season of delight and comes but once a year." Now, it would be another or more famous Christmas carol that helped the holidays streamroll spring as 'tis the season, right? It's jolly time, of course. In the mid-19th century, Welsh harpist John Thomas collaborated with Welsh poet Talheri Heran. I can't pronounce that last name. We'll just say Mr. T here. Welsh poet Mr. T and Scottish lyricist Thomas Oliphant on a multi-volume series of classical Welsh songs. Thomas tackled the musical arrangements while Mr. T was in the charge of Welsh lyrics, and Oliphant penned an English version of each entry. Now, the second volume, that was published in 1862, contained Nos Galan, or New Year's Eve, based on a Welsh melody that had shown up in print at least as early as the 1750s. Now, of course, apart from the title, Oliphant didn't much concern himself with direct translations, while Mr. T first two lines meant the best pleasure on New Year's Eve is house and fire and a pleasant family. So there's some music there, of course, that goes into that, and it does kind of go into a little bit more detail on that particular thing. However, "'tis the season to be jolly" never really fell out of fashion, even as "'tis" itself grew more archaic. And when Deck the Halls became a staple of American Christmas concerts during the early 20th century, it then, of course, started to render the notion that "'tis the season" could only mean one thing. Well, it's Christmas time. Popularity started to arise during the particular holiday season. The word "'tis" kind of combined it, put it together. So there you go. And by the mid-19th century, people had co-opted the "'tis the season" for everything from the holiday advertisements. "'Tis the season" to be giving oomphies from 1946, or to holiday public service announcements. "'Tis the season" for food poisoning from 1959. That's pretty much where it stands today. Right now, "'tis the season" to protect your hearing. Just maybe switch to Verizon. Maybe, I don't know, to be folly, la la la, fa la la, all that good stuff. So, interesting article. Yes, that is why "'tis the season" is mainly during the holidays, because that's just what happened. It is what it is. It became popular during that time. So that's all I got for you folks. If you want to read more about it, you can find it on mentalfloss.com. The time is approaching 11:45. We're going to take a quick time out. When we come back, we will talk a little bit here about songbirds swapping colorful plumage genes across species lines among their evolutionary neighbors. Some bird species on neighboring tips of the evolutionary tree can interbreed with interesting genomic results. Stay tuned for that and more. We'll also talk about why it's important to shop local during the holiday season. Maybe even bring up a couple places that we recommend to you to shop here locally in the Fox River Valley area. We also do have our Tradio segment at 12:30, and then we'll talk more local happenings in the Fox River Valley. Stay tuned for more here on Out to Lunch. WRMN will be back with more in just a bit. For nearly 50 years, the DuPage Senior Citizens Council and Kane Senior Council have been dedicated to serving seniors in DuPage and Kane counties. Established in 1975, the DuPage Senior Citizens Council is a volunteer-driven 501c3 non-for-profit organization committed to helping older adults live with dignity. From providing nutritious meals to offering support services, the Kane Senior Council is there every step of the way. With programs designed to enhance independence and quality of life, they're proud to make a difference in the lives of their senior neighbors. To learn more or to volunteer, visit them at 418B Airport Road in Elgin or head to their website at caneseniorcouncil.org. Give them a call at 630-338-0999. That's 630-338-0999. That's the Kane Senior Council, caring for seniors because they deserve to live with dignity and respect. Visit caneseniorcouncil.org or call 630-338-0999 today.
Businesses come in all shapes and sizes. Integrity doesn't. For more than a century, the Better Business Bureau has set the standards for how businesses should operate honestly and ethically. So when you're looking for a business you can trust, check to see who's BBB accredited and who isn't. Always choose the better business. Look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. That's why it's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Clutter happens, but junk doesn't have to weigh you down. At the Junk Luggers, we're your full-service junk removal and hauling pros, tackling everything from single-item pickups to major cleanouts. We handle the heavy lifting, and with our commitment to the Green Way, we rehome and recycle to keep your unwanted items out of landfills. So, whether you're clearing out the garage, downsizing, or saying goodbye to old furniture, we make the process eco-friendly and easy. Call 1-800-LUG-JUNK or visit junkluggers.com today. Let's save your space and the planet together.
As veterans, we're no strangers to helping others.
It's what we were taught, trained, and told to do.
It could be for anything. Helping a friend move.
Listening to a fellow veteran for hours, at any hour of the day.
Or just simply making time for people. A neighbor, a loved one, or even a stranger.
We're often the first to help others. There's no question about it.
But we do have one question for the veterans listening.
When was the last time you reached out for help?
Perhaps it's time to do for yourself what you would do for others.
If you or someone you know needs resources, whether it's for stress, finances, employment, or mental health, don't wait. Reach out.
Find more information at va.gov/reach. That's va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
Welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN, the voice of the Valley and the talk of the town, broadcasting live here from Studio 14, serving you, the Fox River Valley area. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in today. You are listening to Out to Lunch. We've got some interesting things to tell you here, including a conversation story. Now, this was recently posted over the weekend by David Toes. This is he's an associate professor of biology at the Penn State University. So This is an article a little bit about songbirds and how they swap colorful plumage genes across species lines among their evolutionary neighbors. Kind of interesting to see the mixture of those both. So we'll talk a little bit about that here for the rest of this segment, the 11 o'clock segment. Now, David writes here, quote, people typically think about evolution as a linear process where within a species, the classic adage of survival of the fittest is really constantly at play. New DNA mutations arise and get passed from parents to offspring. If any genetic changes prove to be beneficial, they might give those young a survival edge. Over the great span of time, through the slow closing of a land bridge here or the rise of a mountain range there, species eventually split off. They go on evolving slowly along their own trajectories with their own unique mutations. That is the process that over the past 3.5 billion years, even longer than 1.5 billion, has created the millions of branches on the evolutionary tree of life. However, new genome sequencing data reveals an unexpected twist to this long evolutionary story. It turns out that the boundaries between species on their own branches of this tree are a little more permeable than previously thought. Rather than waiting around for new mutations to solve a particular problem, interbreeding between different species can actually introduce ready-made genetic advantages. So unraveling the story of life one genome at a time. This, again, author here, David, is an evolutionary biologist. He's been studying the stories written in these genomes of animals for over 2 decades. He focuses mainly on colorful songbirds called wood warbles that hail from North, Central, and South America. There are approximately 115 species in total, and they come in a dazzling array of bright colors. Some of these birds might be familiar to you, such as the brilliant Blackburnian warbler, which lights up the tops of the pine trees in the eastern forests of the U.S. and Canada during the spring and summer. Other warbler species might be less familiar, like the pink-headed warbler, which lives only in the highlands of Guatemala and southern Mexico. The story of these new world warblers are written within the past 10 million years or so, relatively recently in evolutionary terms. They're all in effect evolutionary neighbors, sitting next to each other at the tips of the crown of the tree of life. Now, in David's team's most recent work, led by evolutionary biologist Kevin Bennett, they gathered a massive amount of data from these genomes, over 2 trillion base pairs, from nearly every species of the warbler, to learn more about their evolutionary history. They found that some species have unexpectedly leaped over evolutionary hurdles by sharing solutions to evolutionary problems. They're now learning that from this kind of data that species aren't just vertical evolutionary silos, as we once thought. Instead, there's much more horizontal crosstalk among the branches of the evolutionary tree. These warblers now join Amazonian butterflies, also fish in Africa, as well as their own hominid lineage as exemplars of this process of evolutionary sharing. Now, how does it actually occur? Genetic sharing among evolutionary neighbors all happen through hybrids. The offspring produced when individuals from 2 species mate. Famous hybrids include offspring between polar and grizzly bears, affectionately called Pizzly bears, as well as mules, the offspring of horses and donkeys. But unlike mules, which are sterile and cannot reproduce, in instances of natural warbler hybrids, we think these rare offspring can sometimes backcross, is the term. They breed with one of the parental species, ultimately moving genes across species boundaries. These hybrids are the genetic conduit by which genes are shared across the branches of the evolutionary tree. But aren't we all taught in biology class that species can't interbreed with one another, right? With other species, actually, more so to say. Isn't that what just helps define a species? Well, in reality, biology always has its exceptions and fuzzy edges. And this is one. Species result from the very gradual process of speciation, which typically takes millions of years. The taxonomic boxes we humans like to put around species don't typically capture the blurry borders around lineages early in this long process, when otherwise distinct plants and animals can still interbreed. Indeed, the lab from David here has described many interspecies and intergenus hybrids in warblers, including at least one arising from both. They also did identify their, quote, hybrid zones between very closely related species when hybridization is rampant. And if the genes within these hybrids are beneficial in the recipient species, they'll spread, just like new beneficial mutations passed to an offspring. And in this case, it's not just a single mutation, but can be a whole new completement of mutations in those multiple genes. As we know, genes are very complex, and they hold a lot of data. So, of course, there are the shared genes that solve evolutionary problems, right? Our most recent work, or David's most recent work here in this article, shows that the evolutionary solutions they're sharing are related to their colorization. In this family of birds, they previously identified genes related to their colorization that's there. How do you pronounce? I'm trying to say how to pronounce it. Carotenoid pigments. Gives birds their brilliant orange, yellow, and red plums. Colors that are exemplified by the aptly named yellow warbler. But birds, like all vertebrates, can't synthesize these pigments on their own. They need to obtain them from their diet and then chemically process them. But processing these appear to be an evolutionary hurdle that not all birds have jumped, and a rather difficult problem to solve. Their genome sequencing shows that these warblers have more shared of these carotenoid genes than other shared genes in their genome. And it is likely that different versions of these processing genes improve the recipient's fitness. One of these processing genes, called beta-carotene oxygenase 2, or BCO2, has been shared several times within this singular family of birds. Moreover, BCO2 appears to be so popular that it shows second-order sharing. That means passing from one species to another and then on to a third. So we see a sign of quality on the mating circuit. David's colleagues and himself think these genes are so popular because male warblers use these colors to attract females that have a discerning eye. Male birds obtain them from the insects they eat, brings out their colors, and then therefore it happens. The idea is that the more colorful a male is, the higher quality of its diet. Their research with warblers demonstrates how evolution can shuffle genes across the thin lines between species. These close evolutionary neighbors sometimes share DNA, including potentially beneficial mutations by mating across the species line defined by humans' classification systems. They suspect that the more that we look, the more we'll find this kind of borrowing among evolutionary neighbors. As we unravel the stories told in the genomes of nature's problem solvers, it's likely we'll find that their threads are deeply intertwined. It's interesting to study, and maybe to think about it, as of course, the different species and the times and how they look and how they interact and all that good stuff. So if you want to read a little bit more in this article, you can find it on theconversation.com. Coming up next, we've got our 12 o'clock segment. We're going to talk about why it's important to shop local during the holidays, give you some good recommendations about supporting local this holiday season, including some local businesses and organizations. We've got our 12:30 segment of Tradio. Great time to buy, sell, trade, and or announce to the Fox River Valley area. We'll have that segment coming up in just a bit. We've also got What's Cooking Today. We've got a best of replay again here for Talk Time with Tammy and Friends. We've got a political talk show from 4 to 6 and Big Top Sports with Derek Geyer from 6 until 8. Stay tuned for more. We'll be back in just a bit.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough, but if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. The Alzheimer's Association provides care, support, and research to help you take control of the situation with your family and manage the disease together. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 12 o'clock.
I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley. This update brought to you by Starbucks. A driver was rescued after crashing into an icy creek Thursday morning in Elgin. The incident happened around 9:09 a.m. in the 9600 block of Kendall Road. Video showed the vehicle upside down and partially submerged in the water. Firefighters from Pingree Grove and Countryside Fire Protection District were on scene and rescued the driver within 10 minutes. The driver was transported to a local hospital with minor injuries and signs of hypothermia. Authorities say ice on the driveway may have contributed to the crash, and the Kane County Sheriff's Office is investigating. The Glen Ellen Village Plan Commission has approved zoning variations for the retail plaza at 1184 Roosevelt Road. The renovations include a major facade upgrade and 2 new restaurant spaces, including Fry the Coop on the east end. The western space is designated for a restaurant but remains flexible. Commissioners raised concerns about lighting and traffic, noting potential parking and loading issues. Approved changes also reduce required parking spaces from 83 to 73, adjust parking space length, and add 22 new trees along with other surface and setback modifications. In Schaumburg, the village zoning board has recommended approval for the development of the 33-acre Lober farm property along Meacham Road. The plan includes 43 single-family homes, 37 row houses, and 42 townhouses. Neighbors voiced concerns about drainage, traffic, and potential impacts, but the board added conditions including a construction liaison and limited work hours from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. and no Sundays. The Bears are preparing for what could be one of the coldest games in Soldier Field history this Sunday. Forecasts predict temperatures in the single digits with wind chills dropping 10 to 15 below zero. The team has instituted cold weather protocols, including warming centers in multiple sections of the stadium. Fans can also wear battery-operated heated clothing subject to security screening and arrive early. Hot beverages will be available stadium-wide. I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley.
Working as a dedicated Fidelity advisor, I always ask, what's important to you? I'll look at those priorities and goals alongside your full financial picture to build a comprehensive plan designed to help grow and protect your wealth. With proactive portfolio insights and an eye on taxes, I'm here to help you make the most of your money. I'm Laura Maxwell, and I'm a dedicated Fidelity advisor. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE, SIPC.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com. If you have a 2004 or newer vehicle that's out of warranty or about to be, Endurance is urgently notifying U.S. drivers about their low-cost vehicle coverage plan designed to save drivers thousands on rising vehicle repair costs. Those who qualify can pick their plan, coverage, and repair shop. Roadside service, towing, and rental cars included. All covered repairs get paid directly to the repair shop for you. Call now for your free quote. Call 800-458-1375. That's 800-458-1375.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. The Bears are advising fans to plan ahead for Sunday's game against the Browns. Temperatures could be below zero. The team will have various warming centers throughout Soldier Field, and fans will be permitted to wear battery-operated clothing to keep warm. The 9-4 Bears are second in the NFC North behind 9-3-1 Green Bay. The Packers are on the road at 11-2 Denver. The Blackhawks are on the road tonight visiting St. Louis. Chicago coming off a 3-0 win over the Rangers at United Center on Wednesday night. Connor Bedard bagged his 19th goal of the season in that one. The Bulls visit the Hornets tonight in Charlotte. It's already been an oddball season for the Bulls. They started off 6-1, but entered tonight's game just 9-14 on the season. Trade rumors already swirling. Kobe White's name has come up. The Bulls are reportedly interested in trying to acquire Jonathan Kuminga from Golden State. Save big when you bundle auto and home, renters, or condo with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Hot Hands, America's favorite hand warmers. Today, mostly cloudy with a high near 23, temperatures falling to around 20 in the afternoon. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low around 14. Tomorrow, partly sunny with a high near 34. Looking ahead to Wednesday, mostly sunny with a high near 37. Currently, it is 16 degrees and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
CVS Health supports people in the moments that matter, from picking up a prescription to connecting care. With nearly 5 million daily interactions and serving 185 million consumers and 1.5 million healthcare professionals, CVS Health holds a trusted place in healthcare. By simplifying care and improving health, we're helping people get the care they need. Learn more at cvshealth.com/investor day.
Everyone needs to take care of their mental health, even running back Bijan Robinson.
When I'm on the field and feeling the pressure, I usually just take a deep breath. When I'm just breathing and seeing what's in front of me, everything just slows down. It just makes me feel great before I run the play.
Just like Bijan, we all need a strong mental game on and off the field. Make a game plan for your mental health at loveyourmindplaybook.org.
Love your mind.
Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Foundation, the Arthur M. Blank Family Foundation, and the Ad Council.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
If you build a relationship, then it becomes easier. If you build trust, it becomes easier. As a parent, you want what's best for your child. To give them the love that a child needs is probably the best you can do for a teenager.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN, the voice of the Valley and the talk of the town, broadcasting live here from Studio 14. We're serving you, the Fox River Valley area. It is the 12 o'clock segment. It is the afternoon. Now we are definitely getting into that lunchtime segment. So many great places to go to, and we're going to tell you why it's important to shop local. We've got here temperatures and weather for the day today. Taking a look here, we've got a high of 22 degrees in the forecast today. Current temperatures right now are at 20, although it does feel like 2 degrees. It feels very, very cold outside, as it is. But it is pretty much nice and sunny outside right now. A little bit of some overcast, thin clouds above us here that we're seeing, but enough to push that sunlight through. Mainly clear for tonight, clearing up with a low of 12 degrees. 12 degrees is our low. Heading on into Tuesday for tomorrow, temperatures continuing to rise a little bit here. We see a high of 37 degrees, and then it drops down to a low of 31 for tonight. Or I'm sorry, for tomorrow night. That's cloudy with a low of 31 degrees. Heading on into Wednesday, we see a high of 38 degrees, partly cloudy in that forecast. Dropping down to 32 is our low with considerable amount of cloudiness. Now, there is predicted to be an occasional rain shower later at night. Chance of rain predicted to be at 60%. 60% chance. Heading on into Thursday, we see here rain early, then remaining cloudy with showers in the afternoon. A high of 45 degrees is in that forecast. It eventually does drop into a low of about 13 degrees coming through, and that is for that's for the nighttime segment. That's for Thursday. Friday rolls around the 19th. We see a high of 21 degrees, and then it does drop down to a low of 19. So it's staying pretty consistent in the cold temperatures there. Sunshine and clouds are mixed. We see it cloudy skies pretty much for Friday night. Then into Saturday. Saturday's predicted to be here. A high of 41. It's considerable amount of clouds. Low of 21 degrees is in that forecast. That's for Saturday night. Heading on into Sunday, we see a high of 30 degrees, partly cloudy skies with a low of 23 degrees coming through. That is for Sunday night. That's what we're seeing. And then a variable amount of clouds and maybe some little light showers. Heading on into Monday, it's going to start with that period of freezing rain. We see a high of 33 degrees and a low of 26 degrees coming up. That's for Monday night. Tuesday rolls around. We see a high of 35, mainly cloudy in the forecast with a low of 27. For Wednesday, the 24th, we see a high of 38. That's for Christmas Eve. Low of 29. Accumulations less than 1 inch of snow. But again, with a low of 29, that could turn more into that freezing rain. Continue on into Thursday, Christmas Day. Cloudy skies are predicted with a high of 37 and a low of 27 degrees. Pretty much cloudy on Christmas Day. Don't let those overcast skies get you in the blues. Have a good day, right? And that's coming up. Christmas is already around the corner here. That's the 10-day and further 10-day forecast, or really 10-day and beyond forecast. You can find that posted. That's on the Weather Channel's website. That's weather.com. So, of course, as we know it, it is the holiday season. People love to shop. People love to come together as a community. And we love to strengthen each other and lift each other up. It's the season of giving, right? There's many ways that you can, of course, give this holiday season. And one of them is to shop local. Now, of course, you can go to the name brands, the big stores, right? They have everything that you need and then some. But of course, when you are going to a business that's tailor-made to your likings and also give you some unique perspective on things and different services as well, not just the products, but also the services. You can shop local this holiday season, and that can really help these businesses grow. Shopping local during the holiday seasons is important. It helps to strengthen the community's economy. It creates those local jobs, supports unique businesses. Again, highlight on that unique, offers that personalized service. It also does reduce environmental impact. There's not as much waste, right? A lot of businesses use recycled items or reused items. It does foster also that strong sense of community. It keeps money and support circulating locally, funding schools, parks, and charities around the area. And here are some unique benefits. Now, this is information brought to you by the cdmercantile.com. Mercantile.com says this. It keeps money local. Now, statistics show that for every $100 spent at a local business, around $68 stays in the community versus $48 at national chains, funding local services like schools and parks. It does, of course, also create jobs. Local businesses are a major job creator, employing your neighbors and friends. And it also does boost prosperity. A thriving local business scene contributes to the overall community growth and vitality. That's the beautiful thing about local and shopping local and local businesses is it helps everyone in the community, right? You can have a standalone, very large standard business that can plop its way into a specific place and it can stand alone on its own, right? When you have a community business or many different local community businesses, they all help each other. That's why we here at WRMN always encourage folks to shop local. That's why we talk about local businesses and organizations. That's why we have interviews, right? We get the word around. We work with them. We say, hey, let us advertise your business here on the radio so people know about it. We also stream on YouTube. We have our Facebook pages. We do postings. We make sure people know about what you have to offer. So bring it to the table. Express it. Show it to the world, especially the local community. It helps out. So if you want to, we'd love to have you on for an interview. Let us know, 847-741-7700. You can also feel free to email me too, Matt McNeil at WRMN1410.com. You can email any of us, Dino at WRMN1410.com, Sonar, Susie C., Elliot. So please feel free to reach out to us. Our Tradio segment is another great way to help local community know what's happening. If you have an item you're looking to sell or trade or buy, announce, that's a good way to do that is during that time. Of course, you get the unique gifts. Find one-of-a-kind artisanal products not available in the big box stores. Something that's handcrafted, handmade, right? Maybe it might be a passion that's been passed down from generation to generation. You get that personalized service there too. You get a tentative, tailored service from passionate owners who care about their customers. And you do experience higher quality a lot of times. Local businesses do pride themselves on quality craftsmanship and ethical sourcing as well too. And of course, you get that environmental impact. It does reduce carbon footprint. By buying local, it means you buy products that travel fewer miles. It cuts down the transportation emissions as well and the costs as well too. And it avoids crowds. Skip the overwhelming chaos of large chain stores during the busy holiday season. So very important to shop local. Check out more information. Also, I know that Aurora, Illinois, the city of Aurora, does have a business website. They also do have a buzz website. It's called aurora.buzz. It's the buzz happening in Aurora. And they even do have an article that was posted actually less than a month ago about why shopping small businesses deserve your support this holiday season and why it's also way less stressful. So if you do want to read the article, you can find it. And Aurora, Illinois, in and of itself, part of the Fox River Valley area, is filled with amazing shops that offer unique gifts that you won't find at big chain stores. So there's lots of different ways, of course, that you can enjoy these experiences. They even offer their holiday bucket list, different things that are happening locally in the area. The same also applies for generally the Fox River Valley area, too. When you also support local, you can also support local theaters as well. There's Paramount Theater in Aurora. There's Moonlight Theater in St. Charles. There's the Elgin Theater Company, the Children's Theater of Elgin, a wide range of different theaters and local theaters with local folks who come together, put on a show for the community. And it's a great way to also recognize them too. And again, these businesses, you can find some one-of-a-kind vintage pieces, rare plants and crystals, local art and handmade goods, even artwork that is tailored specifically to the community. So maybe there's in your community, there's an iconic statue that's been around for 200 years, right? And you can find that iconic statue that's represented in each individual local business, right? So there's those elements like that that you won't find at those big chain stores. Big stores stock the same products nationwide, and there are at times where, it might not be as personal or special, right? Not to say that they aren't, but, you get that local business, you get to talk with the people, you get to speak with the business owners, and let me tell you, if you're a local in the area, it's a small world. There's a lot of connections. The degree of this person knows that person who knows that person is small, especially in those communities too. So it's a great way to do so. There's a lot of different ways. And of course, lots of different businesses that are out there too. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more here on Out to Lunch WRMN to talk about some of those and how you can shop local here. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Are you suffering with anxiety, depression, PTSD, an eating disorder, or even a substance abuse problem? If it's causing problems at work or with your family, get help now at Insight Mental Health and Wellness. We can help and treat all types of depression and mental issues. We'll help you use your insurance to get away from it all to a beautiful, sunny, and tranquil vacation-like environment so you can recharge yourself. And with a Family Medical Leave Act, you could take the time off you need from work. Plus, with the Affordable Care Act, your treatment could be 100% covered if you're suffering from any kind of anxiety, depression, PTSD, eating disorder, or even a substance abuse problem. Use your insurance and get away from it all. Come to sunny California. Call Insight Mental Health and Wellness now. 800-419-0287. 800-419-0287. 800-419-0287. That's 800-419-0287.
Building a house is hard,
But have you tried removing one? Flood Brothers takes the mess out of demolition. With fast roll-off dumpster delivery, reliable debris pickup, and a family-owned team that takes service personally. Call 630-261-0400 or visit floodbrothersdisposal.com. Flood Brothers Disposal, proud sponsor of America's First Responders Fest.
America's First Responders Fest began as a simple idea to honor the heroes who serve our community every day. Thanks to the incredible support of the Village of Hampshire, especially Village President Mike Reed, Village Manager Jay Hedges, and Karen Stuhler. This year, that idea came to life. From local residents to small businesses, Hampshire opened its heart to America's First Responders Fest. The support was overwhelming. A true celebration of unity, gratitude, and community pride.
We are AFGE, the American Federation of Government Employees. We represent 700,000 federal and D.C. government workers who are the vital threads of the fabric of American life. We support our nation's military. We take care of our nation's veterans. We protect our nation's borders. We respond to our nation's crises and natural disasters. We provide services to our nation's seniors. The American Federation of Government Employees. We work for America.
We are AFGE, the American Federation of Government Employees. We represent 700,000 federal and D.C. government workers who are the vital threads of the fabric of American life. We support our nation's military. We take care of our nation's veterans. We protect our nation's borders. We respond to our nation's crises and natural disasters. We provide services to our nation's seniors. The American Federation of Government Employees. We work for America.
And welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN, the voice of the Valley, and the talk of the town. We've been talking, of course, about local businesses and why it's important to shop small this holiday season. We also do offer so many great interviews, and we encourage businesses around the Fox River Valley area to join in with us. Today on the morning show, we had Ariane with Pots and Pies Bakery. This is called Pots and Pies Bakery. And I'll even show you their website here so that you can see it. It's a beautiful place to go to. Pots and Pies Bakery is offered. Delivery is available, of course, as well, too. A locally owned business in Crystal Lake and also in Huntley with their hours of operation. So if you want to give them a try, of course. They're located at East Woodstock Street in Crystal Lake is where you can find their location. And also on their Huntley location, Fridays and Saturdays, 10 to 5 is when they're open. But if you want to check out their website for more information, find the different events that are coming up or also what they have to offer. Of course, you can enjoy their pies, Pots and Pies Bakery. You can check out their orders online. You can find them. So they have a whole list of different ones that you can choose from on their website and on their pages. So we had her as a local business recently on the air with us. Handmade pies baked fresh daily. There's a whole list that you can find. Banana cream pie, cherry pie, Dutch apple, blackberry, pecan, pumpkin pie, and personalized too. That's the thing I love about this is there's personalized pie. So you can enjoy a nice personalized mini pie for yourself and not have to feel, too guilty about it, right? Oh, I had a pie today. I had a whole pie today. Well, it was a whole mini pie, right? You can enjoy it or share it with others. They also do offer croissants. You can find them in chocolate raspberry, chocolate croissant, breakfast croissant. I mean, I was listening to the interview today. I was getting hungry. Sue and Elliot were also getting very hungry and excited as well, too. They also offer quiches, savory pies, just a whole list of some delicious sweet treats as well. So definitely check them out. Great place to go to. And if you want to watch that video, it's available on our YouTube channel. youtube.com at WRMN Radio. We got Brendan here in the comments section sending hearts your way. Thank you, Brendan. He likes peppermint mocha coffee from Starbucks. Very good. Yes, that is pretty tasty. You can also check out some other local businesses, different boutiques. There's on Spring Street, Elgin Vintage is another one to go to if you are looking for the perfect holiday gift and you like to buy vintage. It might be used, but it may be fabulous. Something you're looking for, something unique that you can't buy at those bigger chains. There's an option for you, Elgin Vintage. There's also Whatnots and Whimsies, another really great place to go to as well. Fantastic. So many cute little antiques, retro items. They have lots of clothes. They have, if you're looking for a vintage mink fur coat, they have not one, not two, couple of them, 3, 4, 5 of them. I mean, they have many different fur coats on there. You can be very fabulous and stylish with it too. Unique clothing that was maybe back in the day that you don't see made in today's, right? There's a couple other ones too that you can go to, boutiques around the Fox River Valley area, different plant shops as well too. Royal Plant Care is a local option. They have indoor plants as well, so definitely check them out. There's also Larkin Floral Company, Home Depot and Lowe's are the bigger ones, but you can also go there too. There's also Platte Hill Nursery, Countryside and Crystal Lake. There's a whole list of ones. Prairie View Garden Market, Countryside Flower Shop. So all of those local places that you can get some plants. And I know usually don't think it's the plant season, but you can get some good indoor plants too. You can also support the downtown Aurora area. They recently posted, support local this holiday season. If you're looking for sweet stocking stuffers, Yellow Bird Books in Aurora on Stolp Avenue is full of these really cute holiday treasures. You can get some cute little gnome ornaments. You can get keychains. They've got some beautiful little bells, little whistles, bells and whistles. They've got some great ornaments that are out there too that are handmade. Lots of them are handmade. Some of them are wooden or metal. So there's an option there for you. Cute, very cute bookstore in Aurora, beautifully lit up during the nighttime. They have a nice, very bright blue light that hangs over the top part of their store and their window. It's beautifully displayed with books and for the holiday season. So that's located on Stolp Avenue. That's in Aurora. They've got some great books and other really cool ornaments and Christmas presents and holiday presents that you can find. You can also go to different delicious choices for food, including sweets. Yes, cupcakes. It is National Cupcake Day today. If you want to try their Grinchmas bundles, you can enjoy their Grinch cupcakes at Batavia Creamery. Is also supporting local or open daily 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. and then till 10 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. They're on North Island Avenue in Batavia. You can mix it up for yourself too. They've got it all homemade, absolutely adorable too. They've got their Yule cakes, their pies, pints of ice cream, and even an ice cream cake too. And they even do gift cards and certificates. You can also enjoy holiday fun, of course, as well. They have coming up here at the Vauhen Athletic Center. This is coming up here. It's Holiday Fun with the Grinch and Cindy Lou Who. That's December 20th. That's coming up. That's posted by the Fox Valley Park District. So if you want to find more information on that, you can. That's been posted onto their Facebook page. And if you go to their website, foxvalleyparkdistrict.org, they have their registration available. $19 is the day of. $15 for the early birds out there. If you are maybe new to the local area of the Fox River Valley and you are trying to look for local businesses and inquire information, go to the different associations online. You can also find the chambers. We've got the Elgin Area Chamber of Commerce is one of them here, of course, locally in Elgin. They are wishing everyone the warmest of the holiday seasons. You can check out those different local businesses, the list as well. So feel free to do that. I know also we received email from the Chamber of Commerce. I'm subscribed to their email list. There is a deadline when it comes to if you have to make any changes to your business's names. Ours is updated. I double checked. We're all set and ready to go for the 2026 directory, but if you have a business that maybe changed names or address, make sure, of course, if you are an Elgin business and part of the Chamber of Commerce, and you have your business listed in there, to get that updated before January hits. But we're all up to date there. We're good. If you want to check out more information, of course, Downtown Neighborhood Association is another great association of Elgin that does offer a whole list of different directories for arts and entertainment, food and restaurants, and more. Shopping local this holiday season. Shopping, it also includes eating some good food, of course. Now, maybe you are looking for particular items that maybe you can't find on eBay, or maybe you yourself have an item that you are having an itch to get out there onto the airwaves. Well, coming up next, it's our Tradio segment. If you're looking to buy, sell, trade, and or announce to the Fox River Valley area, coming up in just about 6 minutes, that'll be the time to call in at 847-931-1410. Stay tuned for that and more here on Out to Lunch, WRMN.
I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley. This update brought to you by Progressive. In Schaumburg, the Village Zoning Board has recommended approval for the development of the 33-acre Loberb Farm property along Meacham Road. The plan includes 43 single-family homes, 37 row houses, and 42 townhouses. Neighbors voiced concerns about drainage, traffic, and potential impacts, but the board added conditions including a construction liaison and limited work hours from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. and no Sundays. The Bears are preparing for what could be one of the coldest games in Soldier Field history this Sunday. Forecasts predict temperatures in the single digits with wind chills dropping 10 to 15 below zero. The team has instituted cold weather protocols, including warming centers in multiple sections of the stadium. Fans can also wear battery-operated heated clothing subject to security screening and arrive early. Hot beverages will be available stadium-wide. A driver was rescued after crashing into an icy creek Thursday morning in Elgin. The incident happened around 9:09 a.m. in the 9600 block of Kendall Road. Video showed the vehicle upside down and partially submerged in the water. Firefighters from Pingree Grove and Countryside Fire Protection District were on scene and rescued the driver within 10 minutes. The driver was transported to a local hospital with minor injuries and signs of hypothermia. Authorities say ice on the driveway may have contributed to the crash, and the Kane County Sheriff's Office is investigating. The Glen Ellen Village Plan Commission has approved zoning variations for the retail plaza at 1184 Roosevelt Road. The renovations include a major facade upgrade and 2 new restaurant spaces, including Fry the Coop on the east end. The western space is designated for a restaurant but remains flexible. Commissioners raised concerns about lighting and traffic, noting potential parking and loading issues. Approved changes also reduce required parking spaces from 83 to 73, adjust parking space length, and add 22 new trees, along with other surface and setback modifications. I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley.
Are you like everybody else in the world who has no idea what to get everyone for the holidays? Well, you're in luck. We got you. Hands-free Skechers slip-ins. Because with hands-free Skechers slip-ins, you just step into them and they're on. There's no bending down, no touching, no fuss. Plus, Skechers slip-ins come in everyone's favorite styles and colors. And you can get slip-ins everywhere stylish footwear is sold, including a Skechers store. Or if you're too busy to shop in person, just get them online at Skechers.com, Amazon, and more.
Progressive knows there are some surprisingly expensive things in life, like rugs. People say a rug would really bring the room together. And sure, you don't know what that means, but it sounds important. Suddenly you're using words like jute and sisal. Then you see the price and lose it, because how can the thing you walk and spill on cost so much? So you devote your life to taking down Big Rug. But then you remember that switching your home and auto to Progressive could save you hundreds. So looks like Big Rug is safe. For now. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
When disaster strikes, flood or fire, every second counts. At Emergency Construction Group, they specialize in immediate response and same-day service for any residential, commercial, or industrial emergency across the Chicagoland area. With over 30 years of experience, they've got the expertise, manpower, and equipment to handle any size loss fast. They follow strict IICRC guidelines to restore your property the right way, the first time. Their team values transparency, constant communication, and strong ethical standards because your peace of mind matters. Licensed, bonded, and insured, They're here for you 24/7, 365 days a year. Call 855-4ECG now. That's 855-432-4669. Or visit their website at emergencyconstructiongroup.com and let Emergency Construction Group put your life back together one step at a time. That's Emergency Construction Group. Your satisfaction is their passion.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Hot Hands, America's favorite hand warmers. This afternoon, mostly cloudy with a high near 23, temperatures falling to around 20. Gusty winds up to 30 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low around 14. Tomorrow, partly sunny with a high near 34. Currently, it is 19 degrees and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
The holidays are back at Starbucks, so share the season with a peppermint mocha. Starbucks signature espresso, velvety mocha, and cool peppermint notes, topped with whipped cream and dark chocolate curls. Together is the best place to be at Starbucks.
Find what you love and love what you find. A Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you.
With the lowest prices for over 30 years, find what you love only at Total Wine and More. Drink responsibly, B21.
Welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN, the voice of the Valley, and the talk of the town, broadcasting live here from Studio 14, serving you, the Fox River Valley area. We do like to tell you that real-time news here as well. Recently posted here on the Kane and DuPage County scanner. 21 minutes ago, there was a rollover crash in Glen Ellen. The Glen Ellen Fire Department is on the scene of a rollover crash with multiple injuries at Geneva Road and Western Avenue. This was recently posted 21 minutes ago. 2 people were trapped in the car, rolled on into its side. 4 medic units requested to the scene. Extrication is underway. We'll keep you up to date on that news story here. Follow along if you want to. You can find it at Kane and DuPage County Scanner, posted on their Facebook page. If you have any questions on this, maybe you are a member or you were at the scene, you have any information, call 630-216-9105, or of course call 911, of course, too. But that is recently in the way there. The Glen Ellen Fire Department is on the scene right now, too, so they're getting it situated. So we'll keep you up to date. We are also in our Tradio segment. If you are looking to buy, sell, trade, and or announce to the Fox River Valley area, now's the time to call in here today at 847-931-1410. That's 847-931-1410. Hey, if it's got to go, post it here on Tradio. We'd always like to keep you in tune with what's happening here in the Fox River Valley area as well. Got some good things that are also coming up here too, but in the meantime, let's go through what we have for those Tradio callers that have recently called within the past roughly 2-3 weeks or so. Now, a couple days ago, last week, we had a Tradio caller calling in to relist this RV fridge for sale. Now, this is a Dometic. It's an AC/DC LP gas, 110 volts and 12 volts. It's the model 2554 LB. Now, he's located in McHenry. He originally paid $900 for it. In the past, he was asking $400 for it. Now he's lowered the price to $300. So if you are interested, please feel free to reach out. I think this would make a really great gift for someone. And that number to dial is 815-245-0670. That's 815-245-0670. That's the number to dial. So please feel free to check that out for more information, because That sounds like a really good option. Very nice. Let's see here. Some other things as well. We have another Tradio caller looking for a truck for sale, preferably from the pre-admission testing era. So in Illinois in particular, that would be pre-1985. Please feel free to reach out to her. Ask to speak with Paul. That number is 847-531-6383. That's 847-531-6383. That's the number to dial if you want to reach out for more information. Another Tradio caller here has an antique hutch, exercise equipment, and a television stand. She wants to give it away to someone. So please feel free to ask for Lorraine. Contact her today. She called on December 3rd. So it's been about 2 weeks now. That number is 847-287-5687. That's 847-287-5687. Of course, we have Greg. He's looking for bicycles, late 1800s to the 1970s or 80s, parts, pieces, and or accessories. And of course, really, they can be in any condition there. He's also looking for vintage Omega watches, men's and women's watches, and also the diver style watches. He's a collector, not a dealer. So of course, you can feel free to reach out to him. He will, he'll pay a good price on that for you if you've got that. He also does have a Schwinn 312 Goose Island bicycle. It runs good for $125. He's got that Hamilton Beach 3-head milkshake maker in ivory for $500. He's got a 4-foot-long Lionel Pioneer Zephyr in excellent condition. And then he's also looking for old gas tether cars and also old racing go-karts. So please feel free to reach out to Greg for more information. That number is 847-884-6033. That's 847-884-6033. That's the number to dial. Let's see here. Another Tradio caller that recently called in. Jackie's looking for an Avon representative in the area. If you want to reach out to her, that number to dial is 847-347-0057. That's 847-347-0057. And then we also do have Jeff. Of course, he's looking for trains, preferably those train cars, but any train memorabilia will also do. And that number to reach out to is 630-251-2956. That's 630-251-2956. So, again, very nice there. Check out more information. You can find it posted as well if you give them a call. They can give you some more info. Lots of good things that are going on locally in the Fox River Valley area. We want to keep you in tune with what is all happening. Yes, yes, yes. Lots of good things, especially at those local libraries, businesses and organizations. Of course, we did talk a little bit here about some different things that are happening. So stay tuned for more. If you are looking for anything in particular when it comes to where construction is happening along the roads, of course, go to Travel Midwest. I've promoted them before many times, and it's a really great website to go to get those updates as well. Let's go through a couple different places before we take our quick time out on what is happening in the Fox River Valley area. We'll keep you up to date on that recent rollover crash as well, too, see if anything does happen to come up. The Huntley Area Chamber of Commerce recently posted, "'Tis the season." We talked about that. 'Tis the season today on Out to Lunch a little earlier. The big question, why do we say 'tis the season during the holidays? Well, it is 'tis the season to also celebrate with fellow chamber members. This is from the Huntley Area Chamber of Commerce. Bring your holiday spirit and join them for an evening of fun, laughter, great food, as well as some drinks at the Di Fiore Funeral and Cremation Service holiday after hours tomorrow, December 16th from 5 until 7. Now, it's a great way, of course, a perfect opportunity to connect, network, and share holiday joy with their local business community. Don't forget to bring household paper goods, personal hygiene items, or pantry food items for donation to the Grafton Food Pantry. You can register online at huntleychamber.chambermaster.com. There is a link directly through their Facebook page announcement there. And it's coming up tomorrow from 5 until 7. And they're located at 10763 Dundee Huntley Road. That's Dundee-Huntley Road in Huntley. So again, don't forget to bring those donations. If you're already signed up, then there you go. You're set. Let's see some other things going on here too. ExploreElginArea.com recently posted to get ready for an action-packed week with the Elgin area coming up tomorrow. It's December's margarita tasting at Martini Room. I talked about that during the community hour. 4 delicious drinks to enjoy for this holiday season. Maybe spark an interest and inspiration to make your own drinks for your holiday party. Also, December 16th, a visit with my own ancestor, Jane Austen. Not a direct ancestor because she never had kids, but her brother. A visit with Jane Austen at the Gail Borden Public Library is a must-do. That is December 16th. Wednesday night trivia at Black and Gray Brewing Company is coming up on the 17th. Rookies Rock House presents Snooze on the 17th. There's also Christmas and holiday trivia at Copper Barrel on State. Fantastic place to go to. And let me tell you, be a testimony from our very own Susie C. She likes everything there. Everything. She told me when we went there. We went out to dinner after America's First Responders Fest. She says, there is not a single item on this menu that I do not like. I like everything. And it's very good. Oh my goodness, so good. So definitely a good place to check out too, and supporting local. Sip and Paint Copper Barrel on State will also be coming up there too on the 18th. Eastside Cafe has their Christmas Unwind shop event. That's the 18th. And Rookies Rock House presents Handguns with guest bands coming up on the 18th. Lots of good stuff. You can check out ExploreElginArea.com. I love their timeline picture. Definitely encompassing the beauty of downtown Elgin during the holiday season. You've got the beautiful string lights. You've got, of course, those old-fashioned, we've got the old-fashioned street lamps, which I love. I love it, love it. Fantastic. Beautiful at the nighttime. And, of course, celebrated for the holiday season. Very good. So check out more information. There's lots of other fun things that you can do. I know it's less than 3 weeks until the ball drops as well, too, for the end of 2025 into 2026. Lots of good things are happening. We'll talk more about what's happening locally in the Fox River Valley and more. Stay tuned here on Out to Lunch, WRMN. We'll be back with more in just a little bit.
Get ready for an unforgettable night out in downtown St. Charles at O-Shows, where live music, dining, and entertainment come alive. Visit the iconic Arcada Theater at 105 East Main Street and experience the venue voted Chicagoland's premier entertainment destination. Whether you're enjoying a headliner concert, dining at Rock and Ravioli, or hitting the speakeasy at Club Arcada, O-Shows creates memories. Tickets and event info at oshows.com, and you can call 630-962-7000. That's 630-962-7000. Make your reservation, bring your friends, and plan your next event at O-Shows. Live music, dining, and entertainment, all in one place. Visit oshows.com and join the fun tonight. Supporter of the America's First Responder Fest.
The Live Like Rue Foundation is a 501c3 charitable organization that assists owners and their pets through a cancer diagnosis by providing financial and emotional support. In memory of a dog named Rue, the foundation helps local shelters and rescuers by sponsoring animals with cancer who do not yet have a forever home. Live Like Rue is a beacon of light during a dark time. For support for your pet or to donate or volunteer, please go to livelikeRue.org. Again, livelikeRue.org.
Fitting in shouldn't be hard, whether in life, on the court, or in the classroom. At Elgin Community College, you could find your place alongside those expanding their horizons, exploring rewarding careers, and achieving their dreams. A place for doers, thinkers, and believers. At ECC, we see you, we believe in you, and you'll fit right in. Learn more at elgin.edu/belong.
If your idea of therapy involves a fishing rod, a tree stand, or a campfire, then you need American Outdoors Radio. Host John Cruz speaks your language, whether it's about the best lures, tracking game, or that one buddy who always forgets to bring the beer. John's got the tips to sharpen your aim, the hacks to pack lighter, and the stories to keep you entertained. Again, that's American Outdoor Radio with John Cruz. Saturdays at 7 a.m. on WRMN 1410. Or stream it at WRMN1410.com. Get ready to outfish, outhunt, and outcamp 'em all on American Outdoor Radio with John Cruz.
Welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch. We still have about 8 minutes left in this segment. So what are we going to be talking about here? Well, of course, what's happening locally in the Fox River Valley area. We will also go through our programming for the day today. So stay tuned for that. We have here, of course, What's Cooking Today with Michael Horn. That is on CRN on that AM 1410 dial. That will be going on at 1 o'clock. No updates yet on the website on what he's going to be talking about, but of course you can always just stay tuned. From 1 until 2 o'clock, he'll be talking about some great things, as he always does. Food, wine, travel, lifestyle, and entertainment. Check it out. That's what'scookingtoday.com, or stay tuned on that local AM 1410 dial. We also have Talk Time with Tammy and Friends. It is a Monday best of replay. Tammy will be back again tomorrow live in studio. So that'll be coming up. That's today from 2 until 4 o'clock. We've got a political talk show with Dennis Sonar Green from 4 until 6 o'clock tonight. Staying tuned for that. It is a Monetary Monday today. And then we also do have Big Top Sports with Derek Geyer. I'm sure talking about the success of the Bears game that was yesterday. And of course, also some other talk about sports. As the ringmaster and the ringleader for the sports different topics, he'll guide you through the rest of the night. So stay tuned for that and more local programming here on Out to Lunch. Tomorrow, we do have Sherry's Senior Moments. Stay tuned for more information on that as well. That is coming up. That is December 16th. So you can always tune in with Sherry there as well. Don't forget to sign up for her new email list. We also did share that on our Facebook page on WRMN. So if you want to get the inside scoop on that, check it out on our Facebook page. That's WRMN1410.com. You don't want to miss out on that opportunity to get in on her email list. She's always here to help our seniors. And don't forget to tune into Sherry's Senior Moments tomorrow. That's at 9 o'clock. So please feel free to check that out. Senior Resources and Scams, Dementia-Friendly Elgin Senior Moments radio show. That's now going to be on the second Thursday of every month at 9:05 a.m. That's going to be starting into the new year. Tomorrow it's on, of course, from 9:05 until 10. But then starting into next year, she'll be on the second Thursday of every month at 9:05 a.m. So please feel free to check that out. For more information, those links are provided also in the flyer description that she provided for folks out there. So please feel free to take a look at that. We're also still on our Tradio segment. You still have a little time to squeeze in to call here at 847-931-1410. Let's see what else is going on locally in the Fox River Valley area here. Let's see. Oh my goodness, I'm trying to see what's got here. Okay, there we go. South Elgin and Countryside Fire Protection District recently posted a congratulations to the newest Fire Academy graduates. You can join, it says, please join them in congratulating the recruits who graduated Thursday, December 11th. So that was last Thursday is when they did that. They say a thank you to everyone. They're proud of all that you've accomplished and can't wait to see more of what the future holds for each of you. Very, very nice. And other news here as well, Kane County government recently posted a happy Hanukkah to all of those who celebrate, of course. A very happy Hanukkah to folks out there. Village of South Elgin recently posted a congratulations to Brita Egebrecht. She is more than the office manager of the South Elgin and Countryside Fire Protection District. She is now the Illinois Fire Service Administrative Professional of the Year, and well-deserved too, they write. So congratulations. Very nice. A great celebration. Some other things here too. City of Aurora recently posted they have their dollar movie nights every Monday coming up tonight. That's going to be starting. It's tonight at 7 p.m. It's their Mondays, Dollar Movie Mondays. How the Grinch Stole Christmas. That's the Jim Carrey version, a favorite of mine. And of course, on the outskirts of Whoville lives a green, revenge-seeking Grinch who plans to ruin Christmas for all the citizens of the town. Now you can purchase those tickets. They're available. If you go to Paramount Theater's website, there's a direct link directly actually through their website, or you can also go to the City of Aurora's government Facebook page and click the link through this post. But they've got some great movies that are coming up here. Tonight, it's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Next Monday, it's The Polar Express. Also a good movie. Used to scare me as a kid, but a good one. I do enjoy it. Home Alone is another one, a classic, of course. That's also going to be coming up. That's at 7 p.m. on December 22nd. The Lion King will be December 29th. Twilight in January. They've also got Blade Runner, Black Panther, Soul, Pretty Woman, Pocahontas, a whole list of those movies to check out all the way through till even next year. How cool is that? Lots of good movies for their Dollar Movie Mondays at Paramount Theater. You can also check this out too. Recently posted by the McHenry County government, changes have come to the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. New requirements state that most people ages 18 to 64 must work or volunteer a minimum of 80 hours per month or participate in qualifying training or education to receive SNAP benefits. There are numbers of exceptions, however. If you receive these benefits, you need to familiarize yourself with the changes. Now, this is, again, in particular to the SNAP benefits. If you want to check out more information or call them for more details, that's 800-843-6154. That's the McHenry County government recently posted about that as well. In other news here as well, registration has been extended until December 18th at noon. This is for the winter break camp brought to you by the Village of South Elgin. Still time to enjoy and join in the fun. This is coming up December 22nd, 23rd, as well as 29th, 30th, and 31st. This is at the Municipal Annex at 1 West State Street. It's from 9 a.m. to 4, and it's daily fee of $48 for residents and $58 for non-residents. So this is for extended care that's also available too. It's the winter break camp. That's just around the corner. Registration is extended through till Thursday, December 18th at noon, as long as spaces remain. So we got lots of good things happening locally in the Fox River Valley area. We want to keep you, of course, in tune with all that is going on. You can also find us on our Facebook page. Tune in on WRMN AM 1410 as we broadcast here from Studio 14. We're serving you, the listeners, the Fox River Valley area. Don't forget, again, our Tradio segment is every Monday through Thursday at 12:30, so that's a great time to call in. Because Out to Lunch is condensed to only an hour on Fridays, that means we don't have our Tradio segment. What's in store for tomorrow? Well, of course, we've got Sari Senior Moments. We also have as well, Dino is going to be on with us coming up at 11 o'clock. He's going to be taking the 11 o'clock hour there. He's having Friendly Ford on with us, a good interview coming up. So stay tuned for that. That will be coming up tomorrow. On Wednesday, we've got Wise Coffee Chat. That's coming up at 9 o'clock. I don't have any interviews in particular this week planned as of yet. I'm still in the works, of course. Sometimes it happens. They come in chunks, right? I had one pretty much every day last week. But this week it looks like it's just the Friendly Ford with Dino that's coming up. That is tomorrow. That's at 11 o'clock, so stay tuned for that. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in today. Always greatly appreciate the support of the local community as we support you. Thanks again for tuning in today, and have a spectacular rest of your Monday.